Blip Blob, I'm Blob. I'm big, bright, and loud. Oh, and it's not the first time I've been called Four Eyes.
Ah, they wear glasses.
Having all these extra eyes helps me to observe everything.
You must be a teacher.
And I've definitely done a lot of that in my career. As a kid, I wanted to be James Bond or Batman.
Maybe he's a TV kids presenter.
Maybe.
But instead, I became the Blob. And just like Batman, I'm going to use a costume to conceal my true identity.
Maybe an actor.
Tonight, I've got all four eyes on the prize, and I'm hoping to go out there and make a good first impression.
Go on, Blob.
This hit that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one's for them good girls, them good girls, straight masterpiece. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent, I wanna kiss myself. So
Take your heart out, Blob.
I'm too hot, hot damn. Call the police, I'm a fine man. I'm too hot, hot damn. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot, hot damn. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot, hot damn. And my band's about that money, break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Said Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Said Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 yeah. Uptown Funk you up. Uptown Funk you up.
Sing it, Blob.
Uptown Funk you up. Uptown Funk you up. Uptown Funk you up. Uptown Funk you up. Uptown Funk you up.
Go on, Blob. Yeah, man.
Yes!
Go on, man.
That's hard. I'm finding this hard.
Blob, everybody! This is so great. Congratulations, that was wonderful. Mo, I'm going to come to you first. What did you think?
I lost myself. I just started dancing and having a good time. I forgot what I was here to do. Do you know what? When I watched the VT, I was thinking someone that works with children in it. Glasses was the one that stuck with me. So I went with Richard Osman. I thought Richard Osman.
He has got a very deep voice,
There's a bit
though.
of soul in there, you know. He's making a mess on stage and he's cleaning it up.
But I'll tell you who does wear glasses and used to be a teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Ramesh Ranganathan, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of heat for that in the studio.
You're giving me the thumbs down. This is not the Colosseum. You're not the Emperor. You cannot condemn me to death
It's
for a
not
bad
very-
guess.
Davina, what did you think?
What about Greg Davis?
Greg Davis.
Oh, Greg
Greg Davis.
Yeah.
People
Teacher!
Doesn't wear glasses.
Teacher
He
Link!
doesn't wear glasses.
He's the only person that can fit in there.
I mean, but you don't know how tall they could be
might
down
be
here, to be
Greg.
honest. Rita, what did you think, finally?
So the glasses thing, I'm not quite convinced on. The school thing, I was really stuck on with. And I just remember growing up as a kid, watching a lot of TV presenters. Not quite sure if they could sing that much, but for me, I know this might sound random, but I'm going with Andy Peters.
Yeah, that's not a bad guess. That's a pretty good guess.
Hey, Andy
It sounds a bit like Andy Peters to me, actually.
Yeah.
How about this? I have a feeling, right? Because whoever it is, they've got a bit of... They're quite wacky, right? Because they said big, bright and loud. They wear glasses.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe Harry Hill. Harry Hill's a bit...
Harry Hill.
That's a good guess.
Great shout, Mo. You've come in late on the second series, and you are absolutely smashing this. Absolutely smashing it. All right, would you guys like a clue?
Yes.
Yes, give us a clue.
Okay. Blob, tell us your clue.
I have recorded a demo for Simon Cowell.
Recorded a demo for Simon Cowell. Well, haven't we all?
Maybe it could be that guy from Blue, the boy band.
Oh,
See that?
that got some sort of reaction. It's either Anthony Costa or he hates Anthony Costa.
You know, someone who was famous for the glasses might have tried to recall for some... Do you think it could be Chris Evans in there?
Could be Chris there.
Do you think it could be Chris?
He's very upset about that.
Some wonderful guesses. Well, we won't know who's boiling inside the blob until the mask comes off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Blob! Well done, Blob. Well done. Good play, my friend. Well done.
I want to hear more from Blob, for sure.
Our panel think our Four Eyes is one of these four guys. Who do you think is behind the slime?
I had a bit of a wobble that the panel might guess me, but you know something? They're on a wild goo chase.
Saturday night, we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch.
In my last performance, the panel were getting some serious teacher vibes.
The school thing, I was really stuck on with.
I'm a bit of an academic, so maybe I can teach them a lesson in guessing.
Richard Osman.
Ramesh Ranganathan.
Greg Davis.
Andy Peters.
But have they got the shape of me? Absolutely not. Hello. As a musician, I've had the great fortune to duet with some amazing artists over the years, which has led me to come face to face with some legendary and personal heroes of mine.
Please on the track.
I've played to large audiences and also intimate celebrity gigs.
Comedian again, maybe a comedian.
I even once played for a top political journalist.
Sick with it. Crew drop.
Well, some of the crowd are on the pitch. He's pretty bad in goal. It's not Peter Shilton.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
My career has seen me record with the best.
Hey now, you're a rock star.
Like when I worked with George Michael's producer. That has to give you some faith in your own talent.
This is someone from the 70s or 80s.
And even though I've got no hands, I've written songs too. Tonight, I hope to write Blob a winning anthem.
Oh, I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this.
Blob it up, Blob.
Cameo.
Get it down.
Y'all pretty ladies around the world got a weird thing to show you, so tell all the boys and girls.
Yeah.
Tell your mother, your sister, and your brother too.
Come on, Blob.
'Cause we're about to throw down, and you'll know just what to do. Wave your hands in the air like you don't care. Glide by the people as they stop to look and stare.
I recognise that
Do your
voice.
dance, do your dance, do your dance quick, mama. Come on, baby, tell me what's the word. A word up. It's the code word. No matter where you say it, you'll know that you'll be heard. Now all you sucker DJs who think you fly, there's got to be a reason, and you know the reason why you try to put on those airs and act real cool.
Definitely an actor.
Realize you're acting like fool. Ow!
That was good.
Blob, everybody! So good! Mo, I'm going to come to you first. That was great, right?
Joe, I lost myself.
So good.
I was vibes in. I was having such a good time. So that voice, I recognize
Yes, it's so
the voice.
deep.
There's something in that voice that I really know. So I came to Nile Rodgers.
That's a good
Nile
idea.
Rodgers, yeah.
Nile Rodgers.
That is a good
A
guess.
lovely guess. Who do you think it is, Davina?
So I feel like that voice comes from a big person, and I saw school, somebody who was a teacher.
So that's what the first clue said, didn't
And
it?
then
He used
who
to be a
has
teacher.
acted a teacher as well, and he is really, really tall. And then I did mention this name before, Greg Davis.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a professional singer. I think he has sung a lot.
Yeah. Rita, what are you thinking?
I'm exhausted. My brain is just going all over the shop. I'm getting comedian, big personality. I just think Frank Skinner. And he also was a singer, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had a hit with David Baddiel, Three Lions.
There you go. I think, Blob, I'm onto something. I feel like I've got something cooking.
Jonathan, finally.
The clues are trying to steer us in the direction that this is a musician, a professional musician. So that's why I think they're probably false. Because if you listen to the clues, it said, can they guess the shape of me? Well, we all know Ed Sheeran had that single. That's too obvious. So I'm narrowing down. I'm thinking a comedian, a comedy-type person like you. The music gave me a clue. I love that song. Cameo, Word Up. The fact that Blob went for a track from my generation. I mean, in here, the people of my age, it was like an over-50s disco. We were loving it, weren't we? So I think you're an older person, and when we think of soul, we think of someone who's down, who's dirty. You know who that is? It's Stephen Fry, ladies and gentlemen. That's who it is. I'm telling you. In touch with the funky side of life, I think it's Stephen Fry in there.
Can you
Could be
imagine?
Stephen Fry.
Can you
Yes, yes.
imagine?
What do you think?
No.
What's wrong with you? Look at the size of it.
No.
Stephen
no.
Fry even dresses like that. Now, he's pretending he isn't Stephen Fry to confuse you.
Mo, do you think it's Stephen Fry?
No,
Time for 2 lies and a truth. Blob, give us your first one.
I was named after a doctor.
I was named after a doctor.
It could be any old doctor.
Okay, let's have your next one, Blob.
This blob is anything but squishy.
This blob is anything but squishy.
Does that mean like really beefcake?
Hey, Arnold Schwarzenegger, get to the chopper!
Let's hear the last one.
I'm related to my sidekick.
I'm related to my sidekick.
I think the one that isn't a lie is named after a doctor, but none of them give us
Yes.
that much help. No, it's Stephen Fry.
This- So who's inside the goo? We'll only find out when the mask comes off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Blob!
Yeah!
How do you get out of that costume? That's huge.
Could one of these faces be behind the blob? Or have the panel got it all mixed up?
I love being out there, and I'm desperate to strut my slimy stuff again and again and again.
Y'all pretty ladies around the world got
In my last performance, it was all eyes on me as the panel tried to guess who I am.
Now Rogers.
Greg Davis.
Frank Skinner.
It's Stephen Fry, ladies and gentlemen, that's who it is.
They'll have to fry harder if they want to get me right.
But you've got to realize you're acting like fools. Ow!
A wise person once told me, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
He's in a school.
So many kid references.
Which led me to always stand up for the things I believe in.
Stand up, so he's an outspoken person.
Laughter can do truly wonderful things.
I think it can make.
Yes.
Like love, it can build bridges and break barriers, which is something I learned as a young blob.
Travelled.
But I also learned that sometimes making yourself the punchline can help win over even the toughest of crowds.
Because there's names on the lunch boxes.
Ultimately, all I want to do is put a smile on people's faces.
Come on, Blobby.
the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. We at the, everybody say it with me. Holiday Inn. Penthouse, top floor, suite presidential. Overlook the whole city standing from my window.
Who is Blob?
Rosé popping by the case, look. Bed shaking, body rocking. I keep you wanting more. Forget about your boyfriend and meet me at the hotel. You can bring your girlfriends and meet me at the. We at the hotel, motel. Put your hands together. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Let me hear you say hey, hey, hey. Let me hear you say hey, 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 hey. Let me hear you say, come on. Somebody, anybody's hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
Give up the Blob, everybody! I'm so excited. Yeah! That song was amazing.
I loved it when Blob went, put your hands together, and he couldn't quite reach his... I feel like you're a comedian. Still not 100% sure, but could be Greg Davis.
What is agreeing with you on that one?
Because the setting's in a school. Greg Davis has played a comedian in a school drama.
Yes.
I agree with you, Davina, actually, last minute. I looked at the VT and I thought,
Rita.
I did, I'm not doing the thing. I
You
promise
see
I'm
how
not.
she becomes champion now? Do you guys see it?
Guys.
You've all seen it for yourself, haven't you?
I'm not doing the thing, okay? But I think that for me, I saw a name in the locker, Rosie.
Yes.
Someone's married to Rosie that I was watching in lockdown, and I think the whole of the UK was too. And he works with kids. Joe Wicks.
That's a good guess. That's good detective work.
Yes. You know what I like about you, Blob? You always bring vibes. You're such a feel-good person. So, when you performed the song, I was like, this is someone kind of old trying to get in with the younger crowd, like a dad at a party kind of vibe. So I'm thinking the feel-good person that we all love that travels, Ainsley Harriott. How about that?
Could be
And the voice makes sense.
The voice.
Does
we're
the
getting a lot of
song
good
give you any clues?
I'll be honest with you, I've never heard that song before, so if it's an older person... No, I never heard it before.
We at the hotel.
Well, you singing it again doesn't mean I've heard it. It's not going to change the past. I've never heard it in the past. I've heard it now. I heard him singing it. Anyway, looking at the clues earlier on, there were names written with those little magnetic stickers on the board.
Yes.
Did anyone see the name Lucas and Matt? And above it, Andy, which is the character that Matt Lucas played in Little Britain. Who works with Matt Lucas, who is a tall guy, who brings the party every time he comes, who writes books for children, that's the school reference. David Walliams, ladies and gentlemen. That's who I think's in there. He's disguising his voice.
Yes, Jonathan.
Let me just check, though, Joel.
Go ahead.
Rita, who do you think it is now?
David Walliams.
Yes.
So, who's doing time inside the slime? We'll only find out when the mask comes off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Blob!
It's a tough one. So many good guesses.
Yeah.
Trying to crack this one.
Our panel enjoyed their stay at Hotel Blob, but are their guesses checking out? Who do you think is behind the mask?
The panel may have snuck a little closer with their guesser tonight, but I'll tell you one thing, this Blob's got talent. Last time, the panel checked in for a stay at the Blob Hotel.
Hotel, motel, put your hands together.
And they checked out all the clues to come up with a list of guesses.
Greg Davis. Joe Wicks.
Ainsley Harriott.
David Walliams, ladies and gentlemen.
Hotel, Holiday Inn.
Have they done their homework correctly? I'll let you in on a secret. I love to cook as much as I love to sing. And it is said that if music be the food of love, play on.
To be or not to be?
That's Hamlet.
He's a teacher.
People love a bard boy, but I've always been more interested in doing good.
Bard boy, Shakespeare.
It's important to use your platform to elevate others. And And some of the greatest pleasures of my career have seen me doing just that on some truly incredible stages.
Oh, wow, he must be a comedian.
Many stages and many roles. Some I could never have dreamed of. Hello.
That's Shakespeare's Theatre, the Globe.
Actor.
And now I have taken on my greatest role to date, Blob. But tonight, will you finally guess who I am? That is the question.
Yeah, Blob. Go, Blobby.
Your lights are on, but you're not home. Come on now. Your mind is not your home. Your heart sweats, your body shakes. Another kiss is what it takes. Whoa, you like to think that you're immune to this stuff. Oh yeah, come on girls. Ooh yeah. It's closer to the truth to say you can't get enough. You know you're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to. Sing it, y'all. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love. Come on, Rita. Might as well face it. You're addicted to Rita. Come on. Might as well face it. You're. Everybody say, come on. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love.
Oh, Rita, you're well into that performance.
I was feeling it. What a great song. You always just want to have fun. My original thought, with all the kids' references, was Joe Wicks.
It's not a bad guess, Rita.
Jonathan.
There were a lot of Shakespeare references. There was the music be the food of love, which I believe is a quote from Twelfth Night, Count Orsini. Not just a male model, ladies and gentlemen. And there was a scene where we saw Blob in the Globe Theatre. I'm going back to that name. It's Stephen Fry, ladies and gentlemen. That's who it is in there.
100%.
Alan, who do you think it is?
Well, I'm thinking it's got to be an actor, Shakespearean actor. I'm thinking Morgan Freeman. I don't know if Morgan at his age can whiz round like that, but I'm thinking it.
Mo.
You know what I like about you, Blob? I should start calling you the postman, because you always deliver. You're always delivering. He said, music being the food of love. Who do we know that loves cooking food with a smile on their face? Ainsley Harriott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did say that last week.
Davida, who do you think it is, my friend?
Oh, I mean, we're all on our feet. We're all dancing. Rita,
And we had a
stop
shout-out, didn't we?
dancing.
We
Got a shout out. It was
Thank you,
very
Bob.
exciting. Just listening to the clues tonight about someone that likes to do good in the world. And he's tall. He's got a very, very deep voice. It sounds like Lenny Henry.
Yeah, that's a good guess. That's a good one. I saw Lenny play Othello and he was brilliant. I don't know if he's performed at the Globe, though. See, I've actually seen Stephen Fry at the Globe, so...
Well, it's fair to say we need some more clues to work out who Blob is. Let's get snooping.
Check.
Will you take a check?
It's a big check.
Will you take a check?
Now, you know it might be. You know how annoying it is when you're in a queue behind someone sometimes and everyone else is paying with credit cards or cash and they write a cheque for like £1. That was a cheque for £2.50. I was out with Ramesh Ranganathan one day. He paid a cheque with £2.50. He used to be a teacher. It could be Ramesh Ranganathan.
Is Ramesh in there? So who's having a play in the dough? We'll only find out when the mask comes off. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Blob. I love Blob.
Are the panel doing a good job of guessing Blob? Who do you think it is?
The panel can't seem to agree on who I might be. It's a real problem for them.
This is it. Can you please decide which one celebrity you would like to save? Whichever celebrity our panel decide to save will go through to next week's semi-final, and the other will be unmasked. Jonathan, have you made a decision?
We have. You both gave it so much energy and you're all so much fun. But unanimously, the Masked Singer we have decided to keep in the competition is... Dragon!
Dragon, your secret is safe for now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dragon, everybody! So Blob is our second celebrity of the night to be unmasked. But first, panel, who do you think is behind the mask? Jonathan.
Someone who kept me very entertained because I like listening to his books on tape, Stephen Fry.
Rita.
I'm going to go with Joe Wicks.
Davina.
I think it's Lenny Henry.
Who's behind the mask, Mo?
I think it's Ainsley Harriott.
Alan. Finally.
An actor with a wonderful, soulful, deep voice, Morgan Freeman. I'd love to meet Morgan Freeman. I hope it is him.
Well, let's see if any of you are right. It's time to find out the identity of our masked singer. Blob, who's behind the mask? Take it off!
Take it off!
Take it off! Take it off! Take it off!
Take it off!
Take it off!
Take it off!
Take it off! Take it off! Take it off!
Who's that behind the mask?
It's Lenny Henry, everybody!
Oh, God. Hello? Hello? It's not Stephen Fry, Jonathan.
Well, I mean...
Thank you, Alan, for being so generous with the Morgan Freeman one.
I'm a little bit disappointed, I'm not going to lie.
Blob, was it a different way to perform? Was it different?
I think when I discovered that you could turn around in it,
Yeah,
that was a
the
big
s-
breakthrough for me.
It was the spin.
Yeah,
It's
the spin was a big breakthrough.
We always knew it was someone funny,
Yeah.
like big personality.
Yeah.
You all got hung up a lot on the chef reference.
I know.
And of course, you're in the sitcom Chef,
I
right?
did all through the 90s.
Well, we're thinking it is someone who is a chef. We weren't thinking, an actor who's played a
Yes.
chef, which we should have gone down that
Yeah.
route, of course.
Check was comic relief, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Comic relief.
I think the Shakespeare thing really stuck it in for you.
Well, you gave me that because you'd been to see him.
And you were great. Did you ever play at the Globe, though? Did you play at the Globe itself?
No, I've been to the Globe.
Yeah.
It's from Shakespeare to Blob.
It's a huge career arc.
Why did you decide to be Blob?
I've been in lockdown since March. So they said, come and do this. And I was like, yes, okay, I'll come. So to be here with people and to have them be so lovely, to be listening to the panel and to seeing you guys, it's been a joy to be here. So thank you very much. I've really enjoyed it.
I can't believe I've been stood this close to Sir Lenny Henry this entire time. What an amazing reveal. Thank you so much for being in the
Thank
show.
you.
You're a wonderful human being. That's it for tonight. For behind-the-scenes exclusives, including a chat with our unmasked celebrities, head over to the Hub, where you can catch the Masked Singer Unmasked with Will Njovu. But before we go, singing us out unmasked at last, ladies and gentlemen, it's Sir Lenny Henry!
Okay, you gotta get up and dance. The lights are on, come on. But you're not home. You're mine. It's not your own. Your heart sweats. Your body shakes. Another kiss is what it takes. Oh, you like to think that you're immune to the stuff. Oh, yeah. Come on, girl, shake it.
Oh, yeah.
It's closer to the truth to say you can't get enough. You know you're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to love. Might as well face it. I'm trying to clap my eyes. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love. Sing it with me. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love.